guys, my name is Lacey of Spooky Fat Hips, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. We are more zoomed in than normal, but I actually don't really mind how this looks. Clearly I'm baby-faced right now in every sense of the word because I have a freshly shaved head and a freshly cleaned face. And what we're going to be doing today is like my 80th millionth attempt at a Chit-Chat. Get ready with me. I also, it's daytime, so normally I film at like 9, 10, 11 o'clock at night. It is like 4 in the afternoon, just had to check. Which is not early for normal people, but it's early for me. I have natural lighting to aid in my ring lights. I'm hoping it looks good. We're zoomed in. We're going to try this. Every time I try this, it doesn't work. Like the camera stops recording, the neighbors start getting rowdy, the washing machine is loud, so we're just going to go for it. We're going to go for it. I'm going to talk to you guys about my life, about what I've been doing lately. Yeah, we're going to go for it. This is probably going to be long. My makeup routine is not short. And I'm actually doing my makeup for a video that I'm going to film after this, and probably 1 or 2 videos after this. So you'll probably have seen at least one of those before this, because I'm going to be reviewing a bunch of palettes all at once and using those palettes to create my makeup look right now. So I want you to see the review before I do the GRWM. Does that make sense? Are you with me? We're getting ahead of ourselves. Let's get into this. Also, this is so not going to be a tutorial. This is so, if I stopped and talked about everything I was doing and mentioned every single product, we would be here for 8 billion years. And we don't have time for this today. We gotta rock and roll. We gotta put goop on our face. We gotta go. And I just realized I didn't put a mirror in front of me, so this is we're currently priming just based on muscle memory because I'm a mess. I'm a hot effing mess. All of the products I list will be down below though. So if you're like, what the hell was that? I'm not gonna leave you sad and clueless. Plus you guys have seen a lot of my routine oddly when I made Anthony do it in my swapping routines with my best friend makeup challenge-esque. I don't know what I called it. You guys know. So I haven't filmed a video in 2 weeks. And you guys have been so kind to me about it that it's absurd. It doesn't feel like 2 weeks, probably because the week in between the last video I filmed and now, I had done like 3 live streams, one after another. I might even do a live stream tonight. But, so it doesn't feel like 2 weeks, but it's been officially 2 weeks since I put up, I should say, my last video. And I don't like that because I had taken a 2-week break already. I say break as if I chose to do it. I had gone 2 weeks and some change without posting before because I really need a mirror because I had the flu, and this time it wasn't flu related, but I'm going to argue that it was still an illness, and I'll get into that as soon as I grab a mirror because I need one. We have a mirror. So basically my absence was a little twofold, but it was what is blinding me right now. So basically, the reason behind my absence was a little twofold, and if you guys follow me on Instagram, you already kind of know this, but I know not everyone follows me on Instagram, not everyone cares about Instagram, so I'm just going to talk about it. I have a diagnosed panic disorder, and basically, it's kind of like an anxiety disorder on steroids, if you don't know. When I was at my worst, and I do get treated for my panic disorder, if that makes sense. I feel comfortable talking about this because I know a lot of people suffer with this shit and it helps when you hear other people talk about it, so I feel like that's why I'm fairly open about this stuff. But I have a panic disorder, and at my worst, before I was receiving any kind of help or care or treatment, I was having anywhere from 10 to 20 panic attacks a day. And that's not, my quality of life was just, I really had no will to live. And this is kind of dark, but I couldn't drive, I couldn't go to school, I didn't want to see anybody, I didn't want to work, and I was depressed, obviously. When you're not doing the things that you love and you're not able to leave the house, you get depressed. And I was basically also using my boyfriend as a crutch. It was probably the darkest time in our relationship, as well as just with me as a person, because I couldn't handle when he left the house. I couldn't handle him going to work. I couldn't handle being alone. I wasn't sleeping on top of it. And even worse than that, nobody in my family believed I had a panic disorder. And I was virtually begging for help, and I was just being told that it was normal for me to have anxiety as a college student, and that it wasn't that bad, blah, blah, blah. I should not have put a necklace on, because now I'm blending foundation into my necklace. But, like, longest story short, because I don't want this whole video to be about my anxiety, I ended up getting help. Someone finally told me what I was going through was a real thing, and I've come a long way. I can't imagine my life if I never would have got help. I don't know, in many senses of this statement, if I would be sitting here on camera talking to you guys if I never got help for it, because I really just was not living a good life, and I was suffering. Point of all of this, I've come a long way. I feel like I'm just doing my foundation over and over now because I can't see it. The point of all of this is that I'm going to have my panic disorder for the rest of my life, and it is what it is. I've come a long way. I know fully how to handle it. I know what the symptoms are. I know how to manage it. I know how to deal with it. I don't even think of it as anything that stops me from doing anything anymore. I just have anxiety, and it's cool. I mean, it's not cool that I have anxiety. I just don't let it hold me back anymore, and unfortunately, though, this gets back into my absence on YouTube. Every once in a while, like any other chronic illness, the symptoms will flare up and get really bad, and I have to deal with it. And I had a really bad, what I would consider, episode with my panic disorder in the last 2 weeks, and I'm still kind of getting over it. But I feel 100% better. I can even tell by the way that I'm speaking to you guys right now that I'm, like, so much better. I don't know, because it is finals week right now in school. Well, it's technically not finals week, but it's kind of like for me, it's finals week. And everything, if you go to college, if you're in college, if you've been in college, you maybe can understand what I'm talking about. For most of the year, you'll have like a medium level of work. And then all of a sudden, the last like week or two of school, you have 1,000 things all due at once, and 1,000 tests happening all at once, 100 projects due, lab finals, lab practicals, exams, whatever you want to call it. So the stress of that is really real. And then I honestly think it was a combo of that and YouTube that kind of broke me. For lack of a better word, I don't say broke lightly, but it felt like how I felt all those years ago before I had gotten help, where I felt crippled and I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to go anywhere. And I just didn't feel motivated to try to do anything. And what I say about YouTube, it wasn't like my channel specifically, because I love my YouTube channel with my entire heart and soul. You guys have no idea how much I love doing YouTube. It's like stupid how much I love doing this. I didn't think for a million years I would love doing this as much as I do. Like between like talking with you guys, getting to try new products and like have people care about what I have to say, making videos, becoming friends with other creators, coming up with fun ideas, doing collabs. Like, I love doing YouTube. So, like I said, it wasn't my channel itself, but it was like witnessing the negativity on other people's channels that was stressing me out to no end. And even like, I'm not like blaming you guys, but in my live streams, you guys would bring it up and like ask me how I felt about like so-and-so drama and so-and-so's channel and blah, blah, blah. And it just was too much. It's not that deep, and we're making it that deep, you know what I mean? And at the one hand, I just told you guys how much I love doing this, so I guess it is deep. But on the other hand, like, this is another thing I kind of ranted about on my Instagram, because the whole time I was off YouTube, I was on Instagram. So I know I've said it a million times, but if you don't follow me on Instagram, you should, just because that's where I am if I'm not on YouTube. And even when I am on YouTube, that's still where I am. I'm a little obnoxious. But I said I feel like everyone is so negative about makeup lately, and it's so fucking frustrating. Because, like, literally, I'm putting colorful goo on my face right now. It's really not that fucking deep. But obviously, makeup is like life or death sometimes on YouTube. I wanted to make a video about this, but I kind of, all my shit's falling. I kind of don't at the same time, so I'm just gonna like touch on it right here and right now. So obviously I feel like I exist within a circle of like smaller YouTubers that focus on anti-consumerism, a little bit of anti-capitalism, stop shopping, all that good shit. That's obviously why a lot of you guys, you know, watch me, because I feel like I'm a good balance between like reviewing products, talking about what I like, and also talking about what I don't feel like we need to be buying, what we need to be thinking about more critically, blah, 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 blah. Obviously, I'm heavily inspired by Kimberly Clark. I think that she's not the one who like came up with anti-consumerism. You know, she didn't invent it. But I feel like with her style of anti-hauls and her channel, a lot of what we have now on YouTube is directly influenced by her. I know, at least for me it is. And I actually like, I had to stop what I was what I watch on YouTube. I had to stop. And I had to go back and watch Kimberly's old videos because she's currently not making videos. The gentleman behind Kimberly Clark is touring right now with the dude from the Talking Heads, I believe, and doing something so unrelated to the character of Kimberly Clark and living his dreams, and it's wonderful. But Kimberly Clark's taking a break. But I kind of like, I needed her. I needed my fairy godmother of Stop Shopping to remind me, like, why I started doing YouTube and why this kind of beauty YouTube appealed to me so much. So I went back and I watched some, like, I watched the first anti-haul. And I know that there is another channel who does who is also credited in starting the whole anti-haul movement. But, like, the first style of, like, the popularized, like, putting a picture up of a product and ripping it to shit kind of anti-haul that Kimberly Clark started. I went and I watched that video. And specifically in that video, Kimberly says something along the lines of, what I'm doing is taking a hyperbolic approach of explaining why you don't need things because, and it was like the holidays. It was like the holidays 3 years ago, I think. Basically because at that time, everything is sold to us in a very hyperbolic way or in a very exaggerative way. And it was her way of combating that because she had found herself wanting things, that she probably didn't need. And thus the anti-haul was born. And she does say in that video, like, I'm not critiquing you as someone who may love these items, as someone who wants to buy these items, may have already bought these items. I'm critiquing the brands. I'm critiquing the culture of consumerism. And that is something that I feel like in the aftermath of the popularity of her anti-hauls, I feel like that's something that's gotten lost. That it's not about you. It's not about you and me critiquing you and your shopping decisions. It's about me. It's about looking at the shit that I've bought and looking at my accumulation of a collection and thinking about, do I really need this? And I had said that I had noticed this like negativity trend, and some of you guys said that you didn't. My whole point of this is I feel like we've gone from brands are playing us, we see what they're doing, we're going to call you out brands, which I do think has had a slight effect on what brands release to us now. I really do. I feel like if it's not for people and beauty influencers using their platforms to talk about this shit, there's no difference that'll ever be made. But I feel like this is my whole point. I feel like we have turned it into, isn't it stupid how this brand is marketing this product at us, blah, 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 to you're stupid if you fall for it. And that doesn't sit well with me. I think it's gone too far and we're now attacking each other. We're now attacking creators. We're now attacking, instead of being like, the quality of this is poorly made. Maybe you have this a million times over in your collection. This looks very similar to something they've already released. They lied about how limited edition this is going to be, blah, blah. It's now, this is stupid. Anyone who likes this is stupid. You're buying this for the wrong reasons, blah, blah, blah. Rethink your life. Am I the only one who sees the problem in that? If you really care about stop shopping, if you really care about fighting consumerism, if you really care about what consumerism does to us as a society, that tells you that your worth is measured in the objects that you possess, then why are you attacking other people who are just trying to navigate that same system of capitalism? It's not about that. It's about holding brands accountable. It's about telling brands, we're not giving you our money for stupid shit. Or we're not giving you our money until you become inclusive. Or we want more than just cool packaging. We want a quality product. Or we want something different and interesting that hasn't been replicated 100 times in our collection. It's not about critiquing the other people who are participating in a system that they literally have no control over. You know what I mean? Like, we're all just the players. Like, we're the pawns of this chess game. We're not the king and queen. I don't know. The negativity has gotten to me. It did get to me. Because I don't agree. And I love the movement. I love people talking critically about shopping, about brands, about releases. There's nothing I love more than like an anti-haul or a will I buy it video or like anything that talks about new releases and critiques them. I think that's amazing. But I just think it's gotten so toxic. I don't know. I feel like it's something that's supposed to be fun and hyperbolic, and people are now treating not like anti-consumerist videos with the same passion that like original beauty gurus treated like hauls and PR unboxings and like reviews. Does that make sense? Like, to the same extreme level that you need every new release, everything is life-changing, blah, blah, blah. We've now flipped it, and now everything is, you don't need this. You're just coming up with reasons why you need this, blah, blah, blah. And it's like you're not allowed to like anything anymore. It's one or the other. It's like you either need everything, love everything, have to have it, or you don't need anything, you're stupid, be a minimalist, get rid of your shit, pan it, don't think about it. And of course, like, if you find yourself being offended by anything I'm saying right now, also know that I'm speaking hyperbolically. If that is a word, I'm exaggerating this, obviously. It just seems like, are we allowed to like anything? But in the same breath, we're also we're supposed to hate everything. We're supposed to like everything. We're supposed to buy the thing. We're supposed to not buy the thing. It's exhausting. We now have officially created two extremes of a spectrum. Either buy it all, have to have every new release, everything's life-changing, everything's amazing, use my code, I'm obsessed, blah, blah, blah. And then the combat of that is now, you don't need it, you shouldn't buy it, you already have it, don't find joy in it, use up your shit, pan it, blah, blah. And I'm not saying that either side is wrong or right. Because on the one hand, I am so for sizing down collections, I'm so for panning. I don't talk about panning like openly on the channel just because I feel like sometimes when you watch panning videos or like project pan videos, they're so strict that it becomes like miserable for the person involved. And I want the freedom to use up my products but not be tied to them, if that makes sense. But I think the project panning community has done so much good and has brought so much awareness of like using up shit before you buy new shit, and that's awesome. And like no buys, and like I went on a year-long no buy, and all this stuff is like amazing and so fucking necessary. And it wouldn't exist if we didn't need to combat what I'm gonna call beauty guru culture of needing to have everything. I cannot believe my brows just came out that good when I was in the middle of a rant. Does anything I'm even saying make sense? To avoid further ranting, I just feel like my whole point, is that like makeup stopped becoming fun. That's what stressed me out, is that makeup was no longer fun, and you were no longer allowed to have fun with it, because it went from buy all the things, get stressed out that you bought all the things, oh my god, to how dare you buy anything, I'm judging you for buying everything, how dare you not use it, oh my god. And like I said, it's not fun anymore, and we're insulting people for their shopping choices. We're insulting how people do their eyebrows. We're insulting channels because we are pissed that they anti-hauled a brand that we love, or they didn't anti-haul something that we think is stupid, and blah, 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 blah. Like, really? And I'm saying this with the most love in my heart to all of the makeup community. Shut the fuck up. Like, let people like what they want to like, choose not to buy the things they don't want to buy, and I'm not going to stop making anti-consumerist videos. I don't think anybody else should stop making anti-consumerist videos, rather. But at the same time, I'm getting ready to review a bunch of products tonight. But I'm also have another idea in my head of a video where I'm going to be talking about things I don't want to buy or things I didn't buy, whatever. There needs to be a happy medium. There needs to be makeup lovers who are talking about the makeup they love, who are trying new things, that are helping us make creative decisions and better decisions, and like introducing us to brands that we might not have seen before and products we might not have tried before, and are, you know, kind of doing the dirty work and testing the products for us and blah, blah, blah. And there also needs to be the voices of like, you sure you need that neutrals palette? You probably got like 6 others like it. Like, why don't you like think about it? Maybe you probably don't need it as badly as you thought, etc. I don't know. I know Angelica has brought up on her video that she tries to be a happy medium. Another channel I really love who talks about this is Smoky Glow. I love her dearly. She talks about the same thing with like as much passion as I have right now of like, just let makeup be fun. Make smarter shopping decisions, but don't let it, you know, pee on your party, if that makes sense. And then there's me where it's like, I love any makeup, fuck me. I love eyeshadow so much, holy shit. But also, I really don't need that new Too Faced collection, and probably neither do you. Like, why does it have to be so one or the other? And I wouldn't care. I honestly wouldn't care, because any community of anything has the extremes. Any kind of movement has its extremes, and I definitely think this is a movement on YouTube for sure. I feel like there's a rise of smaller channels. I feel like there's a rise of these kind of voices saying, are you sure about that? Like, but I just think it's all too far on both ends, and everyone needs to stop. Everyone needs to chill. Everyone needs to breathe. Everyone needs to go take a bath. Everyone needs to, you know, drink a glass of water, go take a walk, come back, look at your makeup collection, figure out what you like, and breathe. And if you find yourself as the person who is, I'm not going to say making those videos because I don't want to attack creators right now, because this is my realest problem is the comment sections. Not so much in my video, but other people's videos. Like, if you find yourself as the person, and even on my videos though, because I try my hardest, and you guys know this, in all of my videos, I always end on like a talking point. And I always say, like, don't drag people. Like, I don't think that's such a hard, I don't think that's hard. I don't think it's hard to not be mean. I don't think, because now we're bullies again. We've gone full circle. It was, you had to have the thing, you felt like shit if you couldn't afford the thing, and now it's, we feel like shit if you do buy the thing, blah, 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 blah. How can you win? And I don't believe in bullying, and I've seen it towards creators now, so this is really the start of my, like, existential YouTube crisis, where I didn't know what to do. Where we're attacking, we don't agree with what a YouTuber says, let's say. But instead of being like, hey, I don't really get why you're saying this, blah, 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 or I disagree with you, blah, 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 even though it's very easy to just click off and not watch people. It's now, I'm going to attack your physical appearance because I don't agree with your moral decisions on makeup. Think about that. That's really, that's the source of all my stress. That was a very long-winded rant to get to my point just then and there, which is, I don't know if I'm blocking my face or not, by the way, by putting my makeup like this. I just feel like if we're so passionate about these issues, we're so passionate about consumerism, we're so passionate about makeup, blah, blah, why are we attacking other people's appearances and making people feel like shit and starting subreddits about each other and doing exposed videos and all this other crap? I don't know. And I've said 100 times, I love a good drama video, so maybe I'm a fucking hypocrite. I don't know. I just feel like, in this instance, very specifically, hate the game, not the player. When we talk about things like consumerism, it's so much bigger than what I can achieve in the agenda of my YouTube channel. And there are a lot more things than we can be pissed off about than whether or not we think buying something for the packaging is a good enough reason to buy it or not. I feel like it's literally a drop in the bucket. To make videos suggesting dupes over high-end products of things you might already have in your collection is a drop in the consumerism bucket compared to, like, talking about ethical mining of certain ingredients that it takes to put a palette like this together, or to come up with the rare earth elements that I need in my camera that leads to my laptop that I also can view on my smartphone to be able to make videos to you in the first place, to the exploitation of labor and the abuse of animals and like all this other bullshit that exists in the world of makeup. And we're bullying each other over PR unboxings. I don't know. And I it's both sides. It's not just anti-consumerist level, it's both sides. It's the need everything, want everything, blah, 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 blah side, as much as it is the you don't need anything, don't use anything, blah, blah, blah side. I'm exhausted just making this video. I also feel like I don't know if any of my points came across. So if you're still here and you're still listening, I really hope that you just understand that there's a happy medium in the world. That you're allowed to like makeup while also critically thinking about your own spending habits. You're allowed to buy new makeup even if you didn't use up the last eyeshadow palette you bought first. You're allowed to not like every new release while still taking advantage of your Sephora VIB sale coupon. You're allowed to buy a second nude lipstick even though you probably already have that color. When it gets to the level of unhealthiness where you're miserable because you can't buy the newest makeup release, you're comparing yourself to other people who maybe have the resources to accumulate more makeup than you do. You're frustrated because you feel like makeup is stupid and anyone who participates in it is stupid too. Just like step away. Do what I did and step away from YouTube. Because clearly it's not doing you any favors. If you find yourself wanting to leave that mean comment that says, you know, you can't even blend makeup. What are you talking about? Why are you making videos? You don't know what you're talking about because I love this product. You clearly don't know how to use it right. Just step away from YouTube. And if you can't step away from YouTube, unsubscribe from the person. You know, it's not that deep. It's just makeup. It's colorful mud that we put on our faces to pretend to have shadow in certain places and depth in others. Like, it's not that serious. And I'm letting it be that serious. And this whole video is probably just a critique of myself. Because I personally let it get that serious in my own life. And I personally was stressed out about it. And I was getting upset because I've been buying new makeup lately, but then I feel like I'm a hypocrite because I've made videos saying why you don't need to buy makeup so much, and I'm double thinking myself. Is that a word? Rethinking myself. And it just, I had to step away. I needed a second. YouTube should be fun. It should be an escape. It should be educational. We should have these conversations. We should talk about, you know, what we do and don't need. But we shouldn't be attacking each other over it. We shouldn't be losing sleep over it. We shouldn't be stressing out about it. We shouldn't be typing hateful things towards people about it. No way. No way. Nope. So yeah, that's basically the end of my rant. Just, if you find that makeup or YouTube or social media in general, shopping, all the above, is making you unhappy and is stressing you out and is getting you pissed off, take a break. You're allowed to take a break. And don't, if you find yourself trying to make yourself feel better about your shopping decisions or your makeup skills or whatever by attacking the choices of somebody else, really take a break and figure out what your problem is. And I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm saying it because I've lived it, Daddy. And if you understood that reference, you're the real VIB. VIB. That's Sephora. Wow, I got makeup on the brain. This is the deep get ready with me. But when I was like a teenager to maybe like, yeah, I'll say teens. When I was a teen, I was the kind of person that, not to anyone's face ever, but I would, you know, be in public and see someone wearing a thing, doing a thing, whatever, and be like, oh, can you believe they're doing that? I would never do that. Can you believe she's wearing that? Does she think she looks good? I would never wear that. I was doing it because I was unhappy with myself, and I felt like it was validating to my own choices. Is that, like, I'm sorry, but I feel like there's a lot of truth to the fact that happy people don't feel the need to comment on other people in that way. That if you can look at yourself in the mirror and you can feel 100% confident with your choices, you don't need to make comments on superficial choices of others. And I'm not talking about like moral decisions, I'm talking about the shit that doesn't matter. Like how well somebody blends their eyeshadow, the shape in which people choose to do their brows. What, like, you don't, if you're a happy person, you don't need to do that. And that's what I'm saying. If you find yourself as the person doing that, really think about why, and think about, is there anything that you can be changing in your own life so that maybe you don't feel like you have to do that. Because what are you gaining? What are you gaining? Like a couple minutes of like satisfaction that like you're better than somebody else in that decision? And I want to bring up one more time that we're acting like this over makeup. It's not that deep, and I feel like I've thoroughly repeated myself 1,000 times. But yeah, longest story short, that's where I've been. My anxiety got really out of control, and I was having a lot of panic attacks because of a combo of school stress and YouTube stress. And that's not cool, and I don't know, I feel like this video is coming out very negative and very like, knock that shit off, you guys. And I'm not, like, talking to you guys as much as I am talking at you guys. And venting. Totally venting. And I really don't think it's you guys. And by you guys, I mean, like, specifically the people who watch my videos. Because I feel like I'm getting to know you guys very well. And I recognize your screen names. Like, your usernames, and you comment. And I see you guys on Instagram. And I talk to you guys. And I respond to the comments. And I really, like, knock on wood, have not gotten a lot of hate on my own channel. It bums me out when I see it on other channels. Even if I don't like the content creator or I don't personally watch them, I don't personally subscribe to them. Like, it's just so easy to not watch their shit. It's so easy to not subscribe to them. It's so easy to subscribe to people who make you happy and make content that you enjoy watching and have values in line with your own values and blah, blah, blah. And it's also easy to just take a break and not participate in YouTube or social media in general. And it feels like it can be hard sometimes to not participate in social media because it's almost like we live in a world where we have to. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is all life or death. Definitely tell me what you think about it. Because like I said, when I brought it up, a lot of you guys were like, oh yeah, I totally agree with you. And then some of you guys were like, I literally have no idea what you're talking about. I don't see this anywhere on YouTube. Which is good. If you're not seeing it, that means you're probably watching the right people and you're not participating in this bullshit. So, you know, that's good. I hope you guys don't notice it. I need to wrap this up. I've been ranting about the same subject and doing my eyeshadow for like 9 years. Once again, I apologize for like not explaining every step, not telling you guys what products I'm using, not doing this. This is not meant to be a tutorial. This is more just like venting. I'm going to do eyeliner and mascara and then finish up my face and then we will be done with this. Whew, okay. That took 800 years to get my eyes finished because life. Okay, now that the eyes are done, we could finish up the face real quick and get to boogieing. On a more positive note, I have this idea for a new video series that I want to do on my channel. And I know I always have ideas for series and I don't always execute them correctly. Case in point being that I'm like 2 months overdue on a new self-love video. But I want to do a new series on my channel where I force myself to step out of my comfort zone and attempt to recreate makeup looks that I wouldn't normally do. Like, for instance, I am obsessed with Dusty Ray Bottom's makeup look from RuPaul's Drag Race Season 10. The way she does, like, that snot thing and the lines and the dots, I'm so here for. So I kind of want to, like, sit myself down and just see if I can do it. Like, and it's, like, similar, I guess, to the whole I tried following blah blah blah's makeup tutorial. But I kind of more want to do it in a, like, challenging myself to see if I can create anything even remotely like the look. And I feel like it's not going to be just, like, recreating people's looks, but, like, taking inspiration from people's looks. As well as, like, I want to branch into special effects and things like that. I think that could be fun. I think, let's see, I owe you guys another self-love video, like I said. I'm just cleaning my glasses. And what else? The palette series, which actually was more successful, like, as a start than I thought it would be, so I'm excited to keep doing that. But yeah, I want to do, like, a stepping out of my comfort zone with makeup kind of esque series. I look cute. Side note, if you can hear my washing machine, I apologize. I've been on the fence over whether or not I should do a haul video, because I did get, like, 2 things from the Sephora VIB sale. And I mostly took advantage of the Ulta 20% off coupon. And I got a bunch of stuff. And I might have bought things that I didn't need to buy that I'm going to be using right now in front of you guys. And tell me if you guys want that haul or not. Oh, hell yeah. I really, for the love of God, wish that my washing machine wasn't so fucking loud. Speaking of buying things, though, with school finishing up, I'm going to be going back to work full time. And I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know. Oh yeah, I'm going to be layering 2 highlighters, by the way. But yeah, I don't know. I feel very apprehensive about going back to work. Not like, I work like a 9 to 5, and I don't know. I just feel a ways about it. And I think that's another reason why I've been anxious. It's just like an accumulation of all this bullshit that I don't want to deal with. And I don't know about anyone else. I hate 9 to 5s. And, which seems like a weird thing to say, but I just, like, I'm someone who likes routine to an extent, and I don't like feeling trapped someplace. I don't know. I think that's why I study what I study, because I want the freedom to be able to, like, travel with it and, like, to have every day be different. And I really do like my job, but I don't know. I don't know. I feel apprehensive, and I could have not gone back to work full time, but I need to, obviously, to live. I also think it'll be good, though, because it'll be a schedule that allows me to do YouTube a lot better, actually, because I can work my 9 to 5, I can come home, decompress for a second, do YouTube things, and then my boyfriend gets home at 11. I don't know. I think it'll be good. I'm just, like, not thrilled to be. I don't know. Does any of this make sense? I like when everything is different. I like doing a new thing every day. I don't like... I like routine in the sense of, like, going to work and knowing I'm going to work and coming home, blah, blah. But I'm kind of someone who, like, likes when things have an end in sight, which sounds bananas. But, like, I like knowing the semester comes to an end. I like knowing that my full-time summer job comes to an end. And that's not good enough anymore. I'm going to need a real person job. At the end of my summer job, I'm going to have to hopefully apply to a new job. I feel like I just put so much fucking blush on. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Undo it. Undo it. Undo it. Undo it. Oh my god. I need to end this video. This is a shit show. Oh my god. One last step. I know that was a lot. Wait, I lied. That was the last step. Whew. That was a shit show. That was one hell of a try to get ready with me. I apologize if I brought anyone down in this video. I think I'm just like, I'm mostly just venting because I feel like makeup got too serious and it needs to not be that serious. Because on the one hand, there are serious things that when you talk about like inclusivity and, you know, moral business ethics and like things like that. And then there's, like, shit we don't need to be so angry about, like, whether or not somebody feels the need to own 100 neutrals palettes or not. Who the fuck cares? What other people choose to do is none of your business. At the end of the day, what you have control over and what makes the most difference is what you choose to do with your money and your decisions and the YouTube content that you choose to watch and all that stuff. And that's really the point that I was trying to make, is that you need to live authentically to you. You need to do the things that make you happy. And if YouTube, if makeup, if any of that is contributing to your unhappiness, just like think about why that is, because it's really so not that deep. Makeup should be fun. Makeup should make you feel good about yourself. Makeup should, you know, bring us together as a community. We should be the people who are excited to talk about new releases together and excited to recommend products to each other and excited to talk about things and compliment each other and build each other up. I don't know. You feel me? And one of you guys suggested doing a video that was like, why makeup's awesome, and I think I'm going to do that probably after I film my reviews, because I do think that that's necessary. So look out for that video, because I think the order in which I post videos is going to be the reviews, this, and then the why makeup's fun video, which is going to have nothing in it about consumerism, nothing in it about this topic. It's just going to be like, hey, friendly reminder, we all love makeup, this is why we love it, you know, no hate. When am I saying that I'm done? I don't have a lip product on. I may have bought some other shiny Smashbox things. I don't know. I can't prove anything. I look so pink and shiny. Oh my god. Ha! Whew. But yeah, that's it. That's all I got. Now I have a lip on. Now we're good. Talk to me down below if you made it this far. You don't necessarily need to say banana sandwich, but it's become like a mutual understanding on this channel now that if you make it through my long-winded videos that you've banana sandwich. But yeah, tell me what you guys think about all of this, about all the points that I was trying to make, how you feel about some of the negativity that's been a brewing on YouTube and just in the land of makeup in general. Once again, sorry that this wasn't more like a tutorial, but I really just wanted to talk to you guys. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!